Yo, what's happening, world? B Marsh Boxing back at it with another boxing video. Post fight results. We got two undefeated fighters. We got the man Frank the Ghost Martin from the Midwest versus the German Armenian guy by the name of Arteem Harutyunyan. Harutyunyan. It's very difficult to pronounce his last name. I'm sorry if I butchered it. And this guy is a bronze medalist, 2016 Olympics, believe fought for Germany. And he did his thing in there, man. This man came to fight, you know what I mean? Gave this man a difficult first half of the fight. Actually, the whole fight, basically, you know. Frank Martin, here he is, an undefeated fighter, no title. Um, and he's headlining this show on PBC, you know what I mean? You know, so he's obviously a guy who's rated high in the lightweight rankings, and here he is. You know what I mean, fighting this guy who's undefeated just like him. And this fight was in Las Vegas, and this bronze medalist man was giving this dude problems. Hold tight, y'all. Let me hear this guy right quick. He seems like a cool guy. Sure enough, B Marsh Boxing, man, hit the thumbs up on your way in, y'all. Hit the thumbs up on your way in. I'm sorry, y'all. Let me hear this dude right quick. Post fight results. He should come back, man. But anyways, let's get into it. Frank Martin was looking a little slow. You know what I mean? This guy was a crafty fighter. You know what I mean? He was leading with the lead right hand. You know what I'm saying? Catch using the jab and his movement. His movement was very, very underrated as far as what I thought he had in his toolbox. You know what I mean? And he was giving the man Frank Martin problems. You know what I mean? Frank Martin wasn't really cutting off the ring well, and this guy was more accurate and active with his punch output. For the first three rounds, I give it to Artem Hatarunyanyan. You know what I mean? The man came to fight, and Frank Martin now had to, you know, slowly but surely from the southpaw position, he started going to the body. You know what I mean? And that was a smart adjustment he made. You know what I mean? To at least try to stop the lateral movement of this guy. You know what I'm saying? And Frank Martin was looking a little bit more flat-footed as opposed to Artem Hartinanian. Round four, five, and six, I gave it to the man Frank Martin. You know what I mean? And they were close rounds. I mean, at least not round six, but at least four and five, and even rounds three. Round three could have gone to Frank Martin, but I gave the first three to Artem. But round six, man, the man damn near stopped the man. Frank Martin damn near stopped Artem. I mean, he was putting pressure on him, walking him down, throwing big shots. You know, what I mean, uppercut, lefts to the body shot, and then he was using that jab. His jab was slowly but surely busting up the eye of the man Artem. You know, what I mean, his left eye. You know what I'm saying? And them fellas, Artem took a beating in round six. You know what I mean? I'm surprised he didn't hit the canvas. You know what I mean? But round seven comes, and Frank Martin got the low punch output yet again. Sorry, let me hear what this man Errol Spence saying. He ain't talking about nothing, anyways. So round seven, the man Frank Martin stopped with the punch output, and rounds eight and nine. You know what I mean? The man Artem actually recovered well. Hit the thumbs up on the way in, y'all. Don't come in this joint just eavesdropping. Hit the thumbs up, participate, do something. Do something. You know what I mean? You know, the man Frank Martin, man, he let him off the hook because Artem recovered from that round six using the nice lateral movement, you know what I mean, and the head movement. That's one thing. Frank Martin was missing a lot of shots. He was throwing a lot of punches. In at least round seven, his punch output was low. Then he started to apply pressure, but he was missing a lot of punches because this dude has some nice head movement. You know what I mean? He has some nice head movement. He was a kind of tricky fighter, you know what I mean? And you gotta give it up to Frank Martin, even though he has no choice. I mean, it's not like he's a major player calling the shots, you know what I mean? Uh, so he has to fight undefeated guys yet again, just like he fought Michel Rivera, the Dominican guy who calls himself a little fake Ali or whatever, Muhammad Ali. That was an undefeated fight the same way Frank Martin had to face. So he has to face the best of the best, climb up in the rankings. And so does this guy Artem, you know what I mean? But round 10, Frank Martin put it on him, you know what I mean? Was unleashing the beast, was putting it on with the big punches, the punch output. He was beating the shit out of him in round 10, you know what I mean? Artem was just moving around trying to escape, but Frank Martin was cutting off the ring. You know what I mean? Had the man Artem back on the ropes, was throwing the big body shots, big straight left hands, you know what I mean? And there was a big round for the man Frank Martin in round 10. Then yet again, he can't get consecutive rounds back to back, you know what I mean? Round 11, I gave it to the man Artem. You know what I'm saying? Artem was the head movement. He was making Frank Martin miss. And it wasn't because of the lack of punch output for the man Frank Martin in round 11. He was trying to go in for the kill like he did in round 10. But the guy's defense was airtight and he was counterpunching the man Frank Martin, you know what I mean? And I had to give it up to the man Artem in round 11. These are things. But actually, the last 10 seconds, 15 seconds of round 11. The man Frank Martin, man, caught the guy with some big punches. He caught him with the kind of punch around the temple area, some combination punches, which almost dropped the man Artem in round 11. Matter of fact, Artem did hit the canvas in round 11, but it was a slip due to the fact this is an orthodox versus southpaw fighting, and their legs got tangled up, their feet, and the man hit the canvas, you know what I mean? But it wasn't counted as a knockdown, and I didn't think it was a knockdown. But right before round 11, like I said, the man got caught with a nice shot over the temple, and he almost went down. His glove almost hit the canvas, but it didn't. And the man got, basically bailed out by the bell. So those were big punches by Frank Martin, but Frank Martin was really lost the round. I'm not going to give him that round just because of the last 20 seconds he hurt the man. Nah, he still lost the round. But round 12 was all Frank Martin, you know what I mean? Frank Martin busted up this guy's eye, you know. The eye was swelling up all through the second half of the fight, his left eye. But in round 11, round 12, Frank Martin caught him with a punch, like I believe a jab. Might have been a right hook. And that joint hurt the man's eye even worse. Now this guy's on his bicycle. He was moving around doing a lot of running. Frank Martin going in for the kill, applying pressure on the front foot, body shots, right over the top, right hooks, left hands, left to the face, left to the body. The man takes a knee. He takes a knee in round 11. You know what I mean? I'm sorry, round 12. He takes a knee. You know what I'm saying? So now this is a 10-8 round because Frank Martin won that round. You know what I mean? That was very crucial. Because I'm going to tell y'all like this. I had this fight a draw. Yeah. I had this fight a draw. 6 rounds apiece. But the guy took a knee in the 8th round. So guess what? That's a 10-8 round. So I got this fight, y'all, 114 to 113, man. If this guy from Germany, Armenia didn't take that knee, I would have this fight a draw. I gave Frank Martin rounds 4, 5, 6, 10, and 12. Those are 5 rounds. You know what I mean? The other rounds, obviously, that's 5 rounds. And what was the other round that I gave him? 4, 5, 6, 10. I think I might have gave him round 3, which was a close round that it could have gone either way. You know what I mean? Round 3, 4, 5, and 6, 10, and 12. Those are the rounds that I gave the man Frank Martin. You know what I mean? And the guy taking a knee was the difference in my scorecard because I would have had this fight a draw 6 rounds apiece. But the guy takes a knee, and that cost him the fight, in my opinion. You know what I mean? So the scorecards, the judges had it, I believe, 115 to 112. Two judges had it 115 to 112. And one judge had it how I did, 114 to 113. Yeah, I mean, basically 6 rounds apiece, but the dude took a knee, so that's a 10-8 round. Big scare, very big scare for the man Frank Martin, you know what I mean? This was a fight that could have gone either way, really and truly. Yeah, I'm saying really and truly could have gone either way, but I think the right man won this fight. And Frank Martin's, he's a guy trying to work his way up the rankings, and he got the W. And I believe, I hope that we do get to see this Artem Harutyunyan guy. Excuse me for butchering his name. I hope we get to see him again because this guy showed a good outing in his first professional fight outside of Germany. This was his first time in USA or anywhere outside of Germany. You know what I mean? So I gotta give it up to him. You know what I mean? Them fellas did his thing in there. But Frank Martin prevailed, by applying that pressure, busted up the man's eye in that 12th round. The dude had to take a knee. And Frank Martin is a guy who finishes strong in the later rounds. Unlike this guy, Harutyunyan, who has been kind of folding in 12 rounds when it comes to the championship rounds, you know what I mean? So it is what it is. Very, very good fight. No title on the line. Just a very good night of boxing. B Marsh Boxing, leave your thoughts and comments. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Let me know how you guys saw this fight. Leave your scorecards in the comment section. Let me know how you guys saw this fight. And if you're new to the channel, please share and subscribe and hit the thumbs up, please, on your way in, on your way out. I'll catch you guys on the next one. I'm out of here. One.